call the meeting to order at 6:01. Commissioner Randall has agreed to lead us in tonight's invocation, and Cat Morris is going to lead us in the pledges after we finish.
Pray with me, please. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this wonderful day you've given us, Lord, and all of our many blessings we enjoy in this country and our state and our fine town. And pray you continue to bless us and our citizens and help us to do the best we can at Parish Commissioners. And pray you be with all those who are still traveling during this holiday season and continue to bless our little area with some more moisture. That'd be great. And continue just to look over us, put your hand on us, and help us do the best we can, Lord. We ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Salute the flag of the state of Mexico and the symbol of perfect friendship among united cultures.
Okay. All right. Thank you for everybody that's in attendance tonight. Carla, would you please call the roll?
Mayor Snover?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Fry?
Here.
Commissioner Sykes?
Here.
Commissioner Randall?
Here.
Commissioner Wood?
Here.
All present?
All right. Next is agenda approval. If there are any items that do not meet the approval for being heard on this evening's agenda, now is the time to remove those items. Hearing none, I would entertain a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
Mr. Mayor, I
Yes,
move
ma'am.
to approve the agenda as given.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Our next is citizen recognition.
We do have one, Mayor. I'm going to turn it over to
Awesome.
Mr. Jeff Blackburn.
Mayor, Commission, I hope you all had a good holiday.
We did.
I just wanted to give a shout out to Nueva Vista and that group over there. They came by yesterday with 3 or 4 of their staff and about 25 or 30 of the students, and they helped us out, which really got the whole
The
Luminario thing going. There's like 3 names for them, and I had them all on the tip of my tongue.
That was a dramatic pause.
I'll just read a little note that went back and forth between me and Rocky Torres this morning. I wrote to Rocky, "Good morning. A note of thanks to you and your staff and students who helped with the luminarios at the City Hall and at Minion Park on Monday. Everyone who was present was pleasant and helpful. The presence of the students made the job go much faster than anticipated." So a good shout out to them, and it was great that they came by and helped us out.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Pass our thanks on, please.
Yes.
Okay. I don't see anybody else. Commissioners, anybody? Okay. Our next item is employee recognition, and I'll let others go, but I do have one, just in case.
I want to give a shout out to the employees of the City of Aztec for returning Mr. Potato Head for the Echo Food Drive. We've got the numbers up there on the board. We've got 87 employees, donated 2,040 pounds of food, which comes out to about 23.45 pounds per employee.
That's awesome.
And you can see the end of the numbers up there. But good showing from the City of Aztec. Employees, appreciate it. Good job.
And great numbers for Echo Food Bank.
Yes, yes.
All the way around.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Went to a good cause. And also want to give a hand to the employees that helped yesterday set the luminarios up in the complex here. Had a number of volunteers show up. Vista Nueva really helped cut down the time that our employees had to spend putting them up, but it looks super. All up and down Main Street and the complex here, so thanks to everybody who helped.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
Yes. That's Mr. Mayor.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
just was going to say the same thing. I was going to mention all the decorations that everybody had earlier. They look great, and just thanks to everybody for doing that. And then last night, I just happened to be coming back through town after dark and saw all the luminarios around the city complex, and it looks amazing. It's really cool. So good job, everybody.
Yep, well done. I would like to recognize Cindy and her staff over at the Senior Center. This is the first year that I've had the privilege to join them serving Thanksgiving meal, and like I said, while I don't have anything to compare it to, I think it would be difficult to find another event locally or anywhere around the county for sure that would have stacked up to the pleasant atmosphere, the great service, which I was happy to be part of as well, and just, you know, the community coming together to serve as many meals and as many of our citizens as we did. I feel like it's kind of a double-edged sword in some ways that, you know, there's definitely a need for folks in the community to have a place to come and eat. But on the flip side, I'm also grateful that we're able to provide for the citizens that need it. So, you know, I'm very proud to have been a part of that group, and I know there's at least a couple sitting right here in the front row that were part of that, and I had a great time, and I hope you'll invite me back in the future. So thank you so much for all your hard work. It was wonderful.
Good job, Cindy. Good job.
Anybody else? Employee recognition? Oh, sure.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I would like to give a shout out to the electric department for helping out, actually for doing the decorating in the plaza. It looks amazing, and when Angela and I got over there to do our part of it, it was amazing. It was beautiful. So thank you for that, and thank you to all the employees who donated the food, and to you, Mayor, for coming by and helping us serve. We definitely had a house full, and there was one other one. I'm trying to think of it. I'll save it for next time because it just totally escaped me.
If you think of it when you do if you do a department head, you can.
I will.
We'll let you come back up.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Our next item is consent agenda. Items placed on the consent agenda will be voted upon with one motion. If any item proposed does not meet the approval of all commissioners, a commissioner may request that the item be heard under items from consent agenda.
Mayor, I would move to approve this evening's consent agenda as given.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. All right. Next is citizens' input. I'm gonna hazard a guess that there's nobody signed up for citizens' input.
Some of staff could.
Apologize. They could have. Sorry, we're being a little loopy tonight, but I thank you. So with that said, we're going to move on to business items. Business item A is intent to adopt ordinance 2018-486, an ordinance to opt in to the election of municipal officers in the regular local election.
No discussion?
Any further discussion?
Is there any discussion, any questions? We did discuss this we've had a couple of workshops. You know, we all know this. Some of you may or may not know this, so just for transparency's sake, we have had a couple of workshops discussing the two options for the Local Elections Act. We've discussed kind of the pros and cons and where we feel we are as a city for now anyway. And I'll open it up to any further comment or discussion from the commissioners or from the city attorney or city manager. Hearing none, I will entertain a motion for item A. Keeping in mind how we discussed it at the workshop, how we need to word the motion so we're on the, so we do
Okay.
it correctly.
So I'll
Okay.
jump in there if
Commissioner
that's okay.
Scheid? Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to move to approve intent to adopt ordinance 2018-486, an ordinance to opt in to the election to be conducted on municipal officer election day.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Carla, would you please call the roll?
Mayor Snover,
Nay.
Mayor Pro Tem Fry,
Nay.
Commissioner Slide,
Nay.
Commissioner Randall,
Nay.
Commissioner Lewis,
Nay.
motion denied, 5-1.
Okay. Let's let's move on to item B, Resolution 2018-1111, confirming the continuation of municipal election to be conducted on Municipal Officer Election Day. So we'll once again open it up to questions, discussion, basically keeping things the way they are with some minor changes that we discussed in the workshop as far as when the newly electeds would be sworn in, et cetera. It's just some minor adjustments. Hearing no questions or discussion, I would entertain a motion for item B.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, sir.
I move to approve Resolution 2018-1111, confirming the continuation of municipal elections to be conducted on the municipal officer election day in March or even numbered years.
I second it.
We have a motion and a second. Carla, would you please call the roll?
Mayor Snyder?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Fry?
Aye.
Commissioner Sykes?
Aye.
Commissioner Lewis?
Aye.
Commissioner Randall?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
Okay. All right. No land use hearings this evening. Next is city manager, commissioners, and city attorney reports. Mr. Mueller?
Yes, sir. Just wanted to remind commission that we will not have the December 25th commission meeting in December.
Okay.
We have one scheduled for December 11th. And then also we have our Employee Association Christmas party coming up on December 14th, which is going to be held at Sunray Casino. And that starts at 6 o'clock, I believe. So need to get your RSVPs in and hopefully plan on attending. And that's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
I
Ms.
do not
Hunsaker?
have a report.
Okay. Commissioner Sype?
Just a couple things. I did have an EDAB meeting after our last commission meeting, and we've discussed again about lighting the downtown, the trees downtown, and had some more discussion about that. Stephen did bring up that, Farmington Downtown Business Resiliency Project is going on to help when they start their revitalization of their downtown to help businesses, and they have invited Aztec businesses to participate in that. So if you know of anybody that might, it's at 8:30 on Monday mornings, I believe. Is that right, Stephen? So if you know of any businesses that might want to take advantage of that, they have invited any of our businesses that want to do that. So, and we're just continuing. We still, after the first of the year, still would like to set up a workshop, the board, and maybe with the other advisory boards. We were thinking to have a workshop with maybe all of the advisory boards, just to kind of say what they do and what we expect from them and what they expect from us. So I think Steve's still working on maybe doing that after the first of the year. So that'll be good. Aztec Sparkles is coming up, not this weekend, but the next weekend.
December 8th.
Right.
Well, the weekend of December
Right,
7th and 8th.
Right. So just everybody keep that in mind. They'll have the Santa Dash and the parade and all kinds of fun things. And I think on the 7th, Katie Baird has put together a river glow down at Riverside Park.
Right.
So keep that in mind too. That's going to be fun. And then I just I also had a MPO meeting. It was kind of short and sweet, and we won't have one in December. So, and then I've had a couple meetings with Cindy and Northwest Mexico Seniors, and we'll have another one tomorrow morning. So, working on standardized menus, fun. Anyway, Cindy's done a lot of work on it, and thanks, Cindy, for that. Just on a personal note, I would like to just say that I have a grandson who is graduating on Thursday from the Army National Guard Boot Camp, Private Tristan McGarry. And so he is in Fort Benning, Georgia, and his folks were able to go down, but I wasn't. But anyway, we're really proud of him for accomplishing that and getting through that. And then he'll go to Virginia for his advanced training. So I'm not sure what the base is there, but he's going to Virginia. So anyway.
There's a few, so.
Huh?
There's a couple, so.
Yeah,
probably
so I'm not sure which
Fort
one.
Eustis or-
So anyway, and then a congratulations to Carla for her new grandbaby, Rebecca Grace. So anyway, that's it, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Lewis?
No reports.
Mayor Pro Tem?
I attended the board meeting for our San Juan County Partnership, and the partnership has long served the area with substance abuse prevention programs, and many of those have served in the Aztec area. They recently had a successful fundraiser when they put on the San Juan County's Got Talent, and if you've never attended, you ought to either try out if you've got some talent, and or attend. It's definitely for a good cause. They are currently working on getting ready for the February Creating Cultural Harmony Conference, and this brings preventionists, substance abuse prevention workers from all over the state come because they provide CEUs, and it's been going on for some time, and I've had the good fortune in the past to attend that conference. They are upping their activities for opioid overdose prevention and applying for some grants to work throughout the county, and we appreciate the work they're doing in that area. Many of you may have seen posters around the high school and so forth using positive norms, which I really appreciate that it focuses on how many kids don't do drugs, how many kids don't drink and drive, and positive norms was a new concept, believe it or not, instead of punishing people or focusing on the negative. And I was fortunate to work on that program when I worked at San Juan County Partnership. So good organization that serves our community. I attended the Library Advisory Board, and the board is fully staffed now, and Angela's been busy training folks and really upping the documentation of training and following really serious HR policies at the library. She was very excited, and we should be too, that bond passed to provide, how much funding is that going to provide for the library? 27,000, was that?
I don't know. I don't think they done the calculation.
Okay, I was just thinking I probably forgot, and there might be, for some reason, 27,000 stuck in my head from the report that we looked at. Anyway, I believe the library is under terrific management and working smoothly, working on new internet services and computer services for people in the community who have never been to the library. Geez, please go. What a great library we have in Aztec. And I look forward to attending Aztec Sparkles. Things are looking good. Downtown businesses are busy with getting ready to participate, and there'll be the residential and commercial contest going on that hope people will get involved in.
508 Lovers Lane.
Did you decorate?
I did. I did.
Anyway, that's all.
Commissioner Randall.
I just want to echo, I think Main Street and the Luminatias in the park look awesome. Just really cool, something different. Hope they last and don't get tore up or stolen. Anyway, and I will be absent for the meeting in December, and actually that whole weekend, so I'll miss Sparkles too. But if something crazy happens, I might be able to get back if for some reason we don't have a quorum. But assuming you guys are all be around, just have Steve or someone try to get a hold of me. I'll be out of service for a while, but if I need to rush back for some reason, I might come back early. So we'll see.
Okay.
Just want to give a heads up. I won't be,
All right.
shouldn't be here. And that's all.
All right, thank you. Just very briefly, I have an Echo Board meeting on Thursday, and of course, the Sparkles Parade on the 8th, lighting of the Christmas tree should be kind of fun and exciting. And kind of on a semi-personal note, my cadets, I put it up to a vote, and I got enough to where they said they wanted to do the parade. So we are going to have a group doing the parade. And speaking of I'm not sure what exactly, the River Glow, that's what she called it, right, Katie Baird? So in conjunction with that is the annual event at Aztec Ruins, and I just want to encourage people to get out there. If you haven't been there, even if you have, it's still really kind of awe-inspiring, to me anyway, you know, when the sun sets and it's dark out and you go up through the ruins and you see the luminarias and, you know, along the ruins. It's just a really pretty sight to see. It's a huge community event, and I think it's important whenever we have an opportunity to participate in a large community event that we do our best to get out there and show support, even if it's just for a few minutes, and be nice to the kids parking, because there'll be my cadets also there helping to direct traffic and get people parked and try and keep tempers down to a minimum, because it gets kind of crazy there because there is limited parking. So just bear with them, and we'll do our best. And we're doing it in conjunction with Riverside Park, so there'll be some cadets kind of lining the way, directing folks and kind of going under the bridge, so people aren't a little, you know, nervous going under the bridge after dark and all that kind of stuff. So we will have folks manning those stations, and it should be a pretty cool night. On a little more somber note, as we all know, December 7th is the one-year anniversary of our school shooting, and I know that we are planning kind of a little bit of a unique day at the high school. There's going to be a lot of the first responders having a breakfast and kind of social time in the morning, and then the teachers are going to be teaching a little bit unconventionally in their classroom to make it a little bit more of a relaxed sort of day, to give folks time to deal and cope however they need to. There will be lots of folks there, you know, as far as counselors and so on. So just kind of keep that in mind, I guess, you know, as you're moving through the world in and around that time. You know, there's going to be maybe some nerves and emotions that are, you know, that kind of bubble up. You know, it's funny how anniversaries make us do those things, as opposed to any other day of the week. But just, you know, try and be a little more patient with each other as we're moving around for the next couple of weeks. You know, with the stresses of the holidays and the emotions of that day coming up, it's going to be a difficult few days. So hopefully, I know we'll all come through it together, and we'll work hard together to make this a great Aztec Sparkles and to pay tribute to those folks. So that's all I have, and I appreciate your time tonight. Next is our department reports. Cindy, did you think of that other person?
No.
No, I did the math, and I think that it was the donations, the volunteers, and so that was the 3, and the electric department, so that was the 3. So anyway, I just wanted to remind you guys that this weekend is the gun show at the center, and then next weekend we have our craft fair, and we have 32 vendors so far, and they're still signing up, so it should be a good one. Then, of course, the community Christmas dinner is coming up, and reflecting on how the Thanksgiving dinner turned out, we'll be cooking many more turkeys and hams, I think, to be prepared. And then Steamers and Dreamers is just around the corner in February, so yeah. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just a couple quick notes. One, I think the town looks amazing, and it's been a team effort. It's just not my crew. The Parks crew, gone out there, Public Works has helped us, Cindy, Angela. It's been a team effort. So when you see a city employee, thank them. Just tell them thank you. It'll mean so much to them. With that said, the Employee Association is sponsoring building a float for the parade. The commission is welcome to come help us put that float together if you have time. We'll be doing it on the Thursday the 7th, the 6th, in the evening, in the afternoon of the 7th, which is Friday, and then if we need to, we'll finish up in the morning of the 8th. And it'll all be at our shop there at the electric department. That's where we're putting it together. Now, with that said, I've heard some rumor back and forth that some or maybe all of the commissioners would like to ride on that float.
I talked to Cynthia about it, and I know the mayor's going to be with his,
Well, I'll kind of, I don't need to ride on the float, but I'm going to have one of my cadets actually march the kids. So
oh, okay.
because I'm lighting the Christmas tree and I'm not going to be in uniform for that. So, but yeah,
But Commissioner Lewis, Commissioner Fry, and I'm not sure, Commissioner Randall,
I won't be here.
you'll be gone. Is that when you'll be gone?
Okay,
So
well,
three
we just-
of us for sure, and maybe four.
I'll
Okay,
just-
I
yeah,
just
I'll just
needed to
walk
know
with
so
it.
we could expect you. If
Yeah.
we don't start without you, those kind of things.
Right.
You're wanting to ride on the float.
Running
Right,
along
thank you.
behind the floor.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, and
Thank you,
don't
Ken.
forget the Christmas party, RSVP.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Ken. Okay. I think that's it. And I move to adjourn.
Second.
I moved. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
You just want to be special there at the end of running behind the parade
Uh,
float.
yeah, I thought I would.
Well, at least you're not climbing in and out of the little train like we had to do that
I
one
wish
year.
I
so.
were able to run behind.